Still coming on Cybernet, get a load of a brilliant new footy game and do some slam dunking with an old favourite. To find things on the net, there's now a place that makes it easy. There are lots and lots of things to find and do on the internet, but finding sites, especially the good ones, can be tough. So why not start your search at Cybertown? Cybertown is a virtual community. Just click on a main building like information, town hall or entertainment and then begin to choose from the best of the net. Cybertown covers a lot of bases, offering really fun and useful links. Whether you're a parent looking for children's learning aids or trying to catch up on the latest rock scene, things are made a lot easier. But like I said, Cybertown is places and people. You can just drop by for a quick chat in a cafe or even apply for an apartment. It's free, easy and a great way for people to make friends and show off their interests. There are other ways to find your way around the net, but Cybertown is one of the most simple to use. It's changing all the time, so don't be surprised if it's eventually called Cyber City. Want to know what's top on the Mega Drive and SNES this week? Then check out the charts. Refusing to drop out, it's Animaniacs at 10. Still blasting everything in sight at 9, it's Super Bomberman 2. RoboCop vs Terminator punches its way up to 8. At 7, that prickly creature, Sonic 2. World Cup USA 94's up 2 at 6. In at 5, it's Jolly Hockey 6 in NHL Hockey 96. Star Wings losing speed down 2 to 4. On a mission to the top spot, Jungle Strike flies up to 3. That hairy ape swings down 1 place to 2 in Donkey Kong Country. But this week's winner, Bruce, tops the lot in Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Most of us know that war's completely pointless, except where computer games are concerned. There's been tank loads of them, and here's yet another one. Urban Strike was released on the Mega Drive over a year ago, and now SNES owners can finally have a blast in this sequel to the combat sim Jungle Strike. The cart's a healthy 16 meg and contains 40 missions, which will take you across land, sea, the city, and even the jungle. The year is 2006, and you're the head of a United Nations Special Force unit. H.R. Malone, a ruthless politician's taken over the American government. And hey, guess what? It's your job to stop him in his tracks. This time around, you've got a fancy new and all-powerful helicopter, and you can fly to loads of different parts of the world, from Hawaii to the bright lights of Vegas to the tower blocks of good old New York. And don't worry if you keep dying, there is a password system, so you can come back to life and start over. Check out some more battle action later in the show. Time to lighten up now from all that rough stuff and get on the pitch for a friendly or not so friendly game of soccer in International Superstar Soccer Deluxe. This is a follow-up to the immensely successful International Superstar Soccer, which was released last year and held the #1 slot in the charts for over 16 weeks. In this version, the programmers have made no less than 40 improvements to the original, such as 10 new teams, tactics and tournaments. This time you can rope some mates in and play up to 4 players in any combination possible, which should bring some serious action onto the pitch. And just in case you feel like playing dirty, those red and yellow cards will be carried over from match to match, just like the real game, so don't think you can get away with any of that.
Yellow card.
Just like every good footy game, you can make up your own teams, and just to make it even more realistic, you can change everything from the health of your team to their individual skills. Or if you want to gloat over someone else's mistake or bask in your own glory, you can watch a video replay at any stage in the game. Unfortunately, there's far too many new things to mention now, but we'll have a good kick around and let you know if it scores with us.
Good job. He shoots. Yes. Goal! Goal!
More sporting fun now as we go back in time for our Game of the Week. The 16-bit version of NBA Jam was based on a coin-op, which first made an appearance in the arcades in the... NBA Jam isn't exactly a basketball sim, because you can only play 2-on-2, but the rules are just the same as a full-blown game. The problem with a lot of sports games is that if you're playing more than one player, then things can get very confusing. NBA Jam doesn't suffer from this problem because the court's much smaller than, say, a football pitch. The sprites are big and clear, but because you've essentially only got 4 players, the format's kept as simple as possible. If you've got no mates or you just want to play on your own, then you can choose to be any member of the team who's nearest to the ball, but it's really one of those games that's much better played against human opponents. The animation on the players is pretty impressive too, and if you know how to cheat, then there's even codes to play as famous people such as President Clinton. Bet he doesn't have this much fun at the White House. If you're not quite up to the standard of Scott Pippen or Charles Barkley, don't worry. There's even a special type of intelligence built into the game which adjusts the strength of the computer opponent in line with how you're playing, so the challenge is always just about right. There's been quite a few other NBA games, and soon there'll be yet another. Total NBA's a great-looking game, and that's no surprise with the power of the PlayStation behind it, but it does make the original look a bit dated. But like all the best sequels, there's usually an outstanding game which started it all, and if you fancy shooting some decent hoops, slam NBA Jam into a machine near you now. War games are supposed to be slow, boring, and too difficult to understand. Not anymore. Z is the one-letter title of a war game that doesn't take itself seriously, but reckons you'll be seriously addicted to it if you've got a PC.
Hang on to the wheel, bud.
We're out of here.
You can forget about hours of slow gameplay. Z is fast, colourful, and very noisy. It's your robot army against the rest. Control tanks, infantry, missile launchers, and anything else you can lay your hands on.
We're under attack.
Instead, it's a kind of mixture of game styles. It's a mixture between an action game and a strategy game. It's kind of loosely termed as a war game, but it incorporates lots of action elements. We've concentrated a lot on getting like the highest quality possible special effects and also sound effects and graphics, and also make it very, very easy to get into.
Once you're in, this guy, General Zod, is out to make your life difficult. He sends you to loads of minutes and you've got to beat the nasty-looking robots. That's if you can manage to get there in one piece.
Alright!
Ejector seats activated.
The first army to destroy the other's base is the winner. You kick off your campaign with a few loyal troops and bits of equipment, but you'll soon need to build more, so capture any factories you can find. It all gets very hectic very quickly, but that doesn't mean it's tough to follow.
We're under attack.
I think one of the main things about it is it's far easier to get into. Usually with a war game you have to spend about 40 minutes wading through a large manual. What we wanted to do here is let the game teach you how to play it. It's not restricted by what they usually have in war games, which is very rigid movement. You've got completely free movement for all your units, and also in terms of how the game looks, when you have battles you've got lots of explosions and shrapnel and things flying around.
But hang on, isn't this the teeniest bit like Command & Conquer? Another war game with fab graphics, high-speed action and no hefty manual? Well, Zed's out soon, and we'll tell you if 3 years of programming is going to make it win a very different kind of war. Well, I've lost out against time and have to say goodbye, but only for 168 hours, because we'll be back with next week's action-packed show. Thanks for all your letters and emails. We're trying to reply to them all as quickly as possible. Our address is just about to come up. See you next time on Cybernet.